No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Yes. Has that microphone been up for the whole song? Has it? It could have been. I suspect the microphone may have been up for the whole song, in which case you'll know that the studio's completely knackered. And we can't take any phone calls. I looked down there to fade the microphone up, and it turns out the microphone is already faded up. That's worrying, isn't it? Oh, I don't think we said anything sweary, although Eloise does tend to be a little bit racist. I think we got away with it. We could have been all right. That's okay.
Absolute Radio.
Hello, dear listener. I think... Let me just test to see if the phones are working. Hang on, line 1, you're on the wireless.
Good evening, this is Pitcherfield with Absolute Baseball. In weekend action, it was Cleveland over Toronto 5-4, Arizona over the Mets 14-1,
Okay.
Boston over Detroit 4-3, and Tampa Bay over the Yankees 3-0. Tonight it's the Jays at the Yankees and the Twins at the Rays. So till next time, see you in the bullpen.
See you in the bullpen. The phones. That's Pitcher Phil, Brian. He's our regular kind of baseball updater.
Nice.
Are you a fan of baseball?
Nah.
Okay, well let's see if this works. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Paul. It's Patrick from Huddersfield. What are you doing, Paul?
Okay, these are the kind of... I don't know if they told you, but this is the kind of show you're coming on.
Okay.
You get weirdos.
I have no idea what he just said.
No, yes, what do you want?
I just wanted to speak to your guest, mate.
Okay, I'm hovering over the fade button. What do you want to say?
Well, first of all, who is he?
Okay, the fade button's gone. So, Brian, this is the kind of show you come on to. You feel free to walk out in disgust at any moment at all.
All right.
Brian Posehn is... have I got your name right, Posehn?
Yes.
Is in the studio, and now... It's weird because some people won't know who you are. I think we can be honest about that.
Yes, I find that everywhere.
But when I was...
But when they see me, sometimes they go, oh, that guy.
That guy. The beard's a little bit longer than I was expecting, though. What the hell's going on?
It's getting crazy.
You're going wild.
Yeah.
I was excited because when the email came round that you were available, I was like, "Oh, Mr. Show," and that's kind of where I know you from most of all, which is for those who don't know, Mr. Show is, I would say, the greatest sketch show of all time. Is
maybe a greatest American show. Like, we were a big Monty Python fans, so that was like, I still consider them the best of all time.
They are good. I've kind of reassessed Monty Python a bit because I liked them, then went off them, and I'm kind of just rediscovering that actually
such great stuff. Yeah.
They did get a little bit lazy towards the end, though.
Right.
As I think a lot of good shows do. They get a little bit, kind of.
Luckily, we all got fired before we could get lazy.
But Mr. Show, that was 5. Was it 4 seasons?
4, yeah.
4 seasons.
But they're real short seasons, too, like 6 or 10 episodes like you guys do over here.
Yeah. How do they do that in the States where you have shows... You can come in, Eloise. They have shows... The seasons that are like 26 episodes.
Well, network stuff is like that, but then cable, we run a lot like British television, where it's 6 or 10 episodes at a time, that kind of thing.
And Mr. Show...
And then the seasons are weird. It's not like fall, it doesn't start in the fall. It could just come on whenever,
Yeah, fall, for those who are listening who don't know, that's autumn over here. That's
right.
what we would call that, just to translate.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you didn't have fall over here.
We don't have fall, no. That's why
awesome.
The James Taylor song, Winter, Spring, Summer or Fall...
People didn't know what he was talking about.
What's he on about?
Well, you get the first couple, right?
You got the first 3. We've got them. Winter, spring, summer. Yeah, I'm loving it.
Okay, nice.
Fall?
What is that?
Taylor, you've taken too many drugs. What are you on about, you lunatic? For God's sakes, just for legal reasons, I don't think James Taylor takes drugs. Anyway, so Mr. Show, do you mind talking about Mr. Show? Or are you one of those people that's like?
I'm proud of it. It was one of my favorite things I ever got to do. So I was a fan of the first season. I was not a writer. I was just an actor. And, I got to watch all those episodes, and I knew they were doing something special. Yeah. So I was, a fan of both David Cross and Bob Odenkirk before I worked for them. So.
Now, David Cross is a fantastic stand-up comedian.
Very funny.
He can be a little bit...
Not for everybody, maybe.
I interviewed him once, and he was a little bit short.
I know
He nearly got up and walked out.
Yeah, I know it. I know it very well.
And you're right, he's not to everyone's taste, is he?
Right. No.
Some of it's a little bit naughty.
The good stuff isn't.
No,
It's
exactly.
not for everybody.
I'm
not for everybody.
I kind of like comedians who kind of divide the room. There's a great comedian up here, Jerry Sadowitz, who people I've seen him and people have just got up and walked out, and I've not laughed at everything he's done and thought, you've gone a bit far, but that's exciting, isn't it?
But that's some of the best stuff. Like a guy I grew up loving, Bill Hicks.
Yeah, of course.
He would make people mad every time he went on stage.
Yeah.
But then the people that got it. You know.
I didn't know you did stand up. So what? Let's do the business, and we can. You're the Leicester Square Theatre tomorrow. I'm reading on my screen here at 7:30, and we'll give out the website address and everything and the phone number at the end. But what? Describe your act, Brian.
Well, I fit in with guys like David and Louis C.K. and these guys that they called like alternative comedy.
Oh, okay.
But I've always thought that was a ridiculous name for us because we're an alternative to comedy. Does that mean we're not funny?
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? But it just came from kind of us responding to the end of the 80s and the early 90s, where the comedy boom in the U.S., where things just became really generic. And so it was guys like us that just wanted to take it back to kind of like coffee house kind of stuff and do the kind of material that makes us laugh and might divide the room, you know, that sort of thing.
And you could have people walking out of your set?
No, hopefully everybody that came to see me knows what they're getting into. So, yeah, that occasionally happens, but it'll be like in a really conservative part of America, you know.
Right.
Like I'll make some Dallas homemaker upset, you know, that sort of thing.
Do you get, because you read stories about comics going and playing in the South, the Bible Belt. Does it kick off? Do they get...
I do well in the South, but, I mean, where I have problems, and I'm not one of the big guys that I don't do, like, really divisive stuff. Like, I kind of avoid religion and politics on purpose. Yeah. And also because I'm not really smart about politics, so it would just be a dum-dum going, I believe this, and then people would go, oh, that guy's a real idiot, but... So I kind of try to stay away from that stuff. And the Southern audiences I do well with, but it's the more conservative places where sometimes they're... Because I do get dirty. Yeah. And, a little bit blue, a little bit raunchy. Yeah. For adults only. That stuff makes me laugh, so...
It's good stuff.
Yes.
Have you played in the UK before?
No, my first time. Well, Sonosphere the other day was
You played at Sonosphere,
yes.
did you? Okay, and that was at
first
Nebworth.
Performance, yes.
Was it?
Uh-huh.
I saw in the news today Nebworth is falling down.
What is
the house? The actual house is apparently it's collapsing.
Oh, I don't know, but it was what
I'm not
we saw
blaming you
was
for
impressive.
It.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was just on the ground.
I'm not saying, hey, listen, you come over
I didn't
here
touch that building. What are you talking about?
Okay, I told you did it. And how did it go down there? Did you
amazing.
You got laughs?
Like, and I was a little nervous. That was like technically my first time on stage here,
wow.
and you know, and then it's a metal crowd, and they've been drinking all day, and some of them been camping for 3 days, so you don't know about their attention spans and that sort of thing. But people were so nice and just listened to everything, and there was maybe one reference they didn't get.
Yeah, well, this is what I was going to say. There's always this thing when an American comic comes over. Do they change the act a bit? Do they recall sidewalks, pavements? You know, because some of the references people won't get, but everyone picked up on what you were...
Yeah, and I asked other guys before. I was like, hey, does this fly? Does this kind of... What do you say instead of this word? That kind of thing, you know? And I acknowledged it, and some people kind of really liked that, where, you know, I did a dirty thing, but I'm like, oh, you may not call that... You call it wanking or whatever.
Okay,
you know,
you can't say that on the radio, but never mind.
Can you just say... Oh, no, okay, sorry. Well, I didn't do the really dirty version. Okay. We
can say it once and we can apologise, but it's fine, don't worry about it.
Okay, I won't say it again. Now I know.
But because that doesn't mean anything in the States. And I have a great pleasure going into Bleecker Street Records, I remember, and asking if they had a group, an album by the group of that name. And they're going, no, I don't think we have those guys here.
Right.
Let's have a look. It's a W-A, okay, we'll try and they didn't, you know. That's it's great fun going around saying that.
Nice.
Although it even pops up in the... It's one of the rudest words you can say over here.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. You were not to know, but it pops up in an episode of The Simpsons that they say it, and it got shown, and there was huge outcry at 6:30 in the evening.
Wow. Okay.
Homer Simpson does that.
Well,
I'm not telling you off, don't worry.
Yeah.
So we're cool.
Don't
man.
come tomorrow if you hate the W word.
It's full of it.
Yes.
But you're a proper metalhead, aren't you?
Yes.
I was reading, so you know the language of these people.
Yeah. So I had that going for me. Like, I was definitely able to ingratiate myself. Like, hey, Iron Maiden, right, guys? You know, like that kind of thing. And talking about Slayer, and that it worked.
So you must be a huge Nickelback fan then.
Not so much.
the worst band in the world, surely, aren't they?
They are horrible, yeah.
They are. I have to be careful because Ben Jones, who's on before me, is big friends with Nickelback, but they suck.
Luckily, they're from Canada. So
are they Canadian?
Yeah, well, we can't take credit for them.
They're used in a sofa commercial over here now.
Of course they are.
And it's just the
They are
lamest.
sellouts.
We want to be big rock stars and drive fancy cars. I think that's one of their...
that's their big hit over there, too. Yeah. Ugh.
I interviewed Ozzy Osbourne a couple of months ago. Have you met him?
No. Well, just in passing, but yeah, never sat down with him.
The nicest smelling man
Okay.
in the world. He's got this wonderful aroma about him. And someone warned me, so when you meet him, just take a good sniff of the
What
Osbourne.
does he smell? Like a pot pie or something? Or
I don't know. Eloise, what did... oh, you've not got a microphone in there. He kind of smelled... he smelled a little bit mystical, a little bit, a hint of evil, but not too much to put you off.
You can smell the magic, huh?
You can smell the Osbourne magic. You
Wow.
know. It was lovely. Okay, so you're doing the stand-up over here, and some people may... we'll get to Sarah Silverman in a second. Halo 2.
Yes.
Oh, man, come on. I didn't know that. And someone sent me an email saying, he does some of the voices in Halo 2.
And I'm in the new game Brutal Legend that came out this year, too. It's really great. I mean, I get to live the dream. I've done horror movies, I've done comic books, all these things that I'm incredibly nerdy about. Like you ask about sports. I know nothing about sports.
Good
but
for you.
We get on to Dungeons and Dragons or comic books, and then...
so you're a proper full-on geek?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's okay, then. That's good.
Full on, indeed.
So do you sit there playing Halo 2 and go, hey... That's me.
It's pretty cool.
I think David pops up in Halo as well.
Yeah,
doesn't
he does. He did a voice on the same one. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Okay, so listen, the show. My emails have just gone off. We'll do the show again. It's at Leicester Square Theatre tomorrow.
Yes.
Stand up. And do you do songs?
I have recorded songs, but not in this show.
Okay.
I wasn't able to bring the band over. So.
Have you got a full band?
Well, I did on record. I worked with Scott Ian from Anthrax.
What? Did you?
Then, yeah. He's a good friend of mine, and we wrote these two songs
I'm looking for
together.
approval. Yes, you did. Yes.
I'm not lying. Look at my manager. Yeah.
That's very, very cool.
Yeah, I did a song called Metal by Numbers a couple of years back, and then on my new record, I did a song called More Metal Than You that we did a video for, too.
Fantastic.
And it's a lot of fun, because like I said, I'm a huge metal fan, so getting to work with those guys is something I thought would never happen.
Hey, listen, can you stick around for another 10 minutes or so?
Of
I'm going
course.
to do some adverts, and then I've got to do this so I get told off, and then we'll play a record, and then we'll do all the business once again.
Cool. This is your Absolute Radio. Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
I'm in the phone booth, it's the one across the hall.
Brian, your microphone is up.
Okay.
We've just gone through all of the words
that I will not say.
Those are the ones you won't say.
No,
okay, just
never.
so we're clear on that. And if anyone
Not here. As soon as we're done, I'm going to scream them in the streets.
I have to say
see
this.
what happens.
I'm embarrassed to do this in front of you, but I have to offer an apology to anyone who may have been offended by our American cousin's filthy, filthy language. He knows not what it means, so don't be offended. But you can say whack off.
Okay.
You can say that in
That's
here.
amazing.
That's what surprised you.
Whack off, whack off, whack off.
See, that sounds
I
like
cannot do that at home.
that sounds like a fun word. It's like a duck.
Yeah, if you do American morning radio, that will not fly.
So they're stricter over there with the language.
Well, that kind of thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're being really careful now. You don't want to. But the TV's strict. It's only things like HBO that really allow the
in
swears.
Comedy Central, we get away with a lot too. But they bleep some of the swears. But as far as content, we can talk about anything. Yeah.
Sarah Silverman, is that on Comedy Central?
Yes.
The most attractive woman in the world. I think
the most attractive, funny woman in the world.
So beautiful.
Yeah, she's.
I hope my wife isn't listening, whose birthday it is today, because obviously she's. But Sarah Silverman's beautiful and funny, and very, very funny as well.
Very funny,
It's again another act that kind of divides people.
Yeah, I heard she didn't do great over here.
Well, yeah, I didn't. I was going to go, but they were £50 the tickets. Your
That's
tickets,
expensive.
I think, are £17.50, which is
way more reasonable.
Affordable. But and she didn't do what people over here would consider long. It's just a different attitude, and apparently there was booing and stuff, which is a shame,
right?
Because she's great.
Yeah, really funny.
And but she the Hammersmith Odeon, which is a big venue.
It's big,
to
right?
kind of.
Like how many people is that? Like 5,000? Or
It's not quite that many. Maybe 3,500, something like that. I don't know. It's something like that. But which is a shame because she's brilliant, and I think that she got. I think the press were looking to kind of have a little bit of a pop at her, really.
Right.
And because the tickets were a bit pricey, and they're like, right, let's what can we pick her apart for? And I think she got a bad run as a result of that. really.
Right.
And again, she's an attractive, funny woman, and for some reason, I don't know what it's like in the States. Over here, we don't like that. We don't like attractive, funny.
Right.
They should be attractive, or they should be ugly and funny. And the two don't really go together.
Right.
But listen,
I'll tell her next time. Yeah.
It's not me.
She'll ugly herself up before she goes back. Yeah.
Okay, so now you've got your metal video is online.
Yeah, it's on YouTube and everywhere. It's at my website too, brianposehn.com.
Okay.
But it's called More Metal Than You.
Yeah.
And it's on my new record too. Well, the video isn't, but the
How cool is
song.
that? It's
and
on
then
my new
I did
record.
a cover of The Gambler too.
The Kenny Rogers song?
Yes.
Do you really?
Yeah, but very metal. It doesn't sound like the original. I'm sure Kenny would listen to it and have no idea what's happening. Like, it doesn't sound like what he did
That's
at all.
a good song, and that would be...
And it was one of those things, I called Scotty and I was like, hey man, did anybody ever do a metal cover of The Gambler? And he's like, no, you idiot, but let's do it, you know?
Of course not. I like something. Have you heard of... there's a band, Hayseed Dixie, who do bluegrass versions of, like, Kiss and AC/DC songs.
That sounds interesting.
They're really good. Really good. So the website...
Did you ever hear Radiohead? There was this American thing where
I'm
they
writing
did...
this down. Go on.
It's all Radiohead songs. It was friends of mine, this guy Chris Hardwick, and he's a great musician. He's a great comedian, but he's also really, really talented with music. And it was just two guys, him and his friend, recorded this thing called Radiohead. You got to look it up online. Hard and Firm is their names. I know, it's Hardwick and Furman are the two guys, but their band's Hard and Firm.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And what country versions of Radiohead songs?
Bluegrass of Radiohead.
Stuff like that excites
and really
me.
good, really well played.
Stuff like that gets me.
Like the first time I heard it, I was like, "These guys are brilliant."
Yeah.
Because I'm a big Radiohead fan, so to hear it like that too.
Oh, I'm going to try and I should track that down. That's written down on the list of things.
Nice.
And your record is available.
Yeah, relapse.com, relapserecords.com.
Okay, cool.
Metal label.
And if you want, I recommend if anyone hasn't seen it, go and treat yourself to a box set of Mr. Show on Amazon because it's just.
Thanks.
But what's Bob Odenkirk doing at the moment?
He's he stays busy. He's directing a lot of stuff in America, and he's on a show called Breaking Bad. I don't know if it's made it over here yet, but
no, I've heard about this. Yeah,
really
I've heard about
great.
this. Is that good?
One of the best shows on American television.
Really?
Yeah. It's,
someone was mentioning this.
It's on cable. It's not on one of our networks, but it's finally being recognized as one of the better things on TV.
And is it good? Is it good? My fear is you get these good comedies now, and they don't really give them that much time.
Right.
If it
This isn't a comedy; it's a drama, but
really?
with like funny moments that are like handled well. It's about a guy who's dying of cancer, and he starts to sell meth to beat his cancer, to pay for his cancer bills. It's amazing.
Oh, fantastic! I should check that out.
And meth is like so crazy in the States right now, so it's like a topic that
It's
really
exactly.
well. Yeah.
I can get you some. Is that what you
No,
is
I'm
that
good.
code?
No,
okay, sorry, I
I'm so
misunderstood.
good.
Sorry, okay. And what else are you doing? Have you got any more TV or anything coming up in the States? Any more movies?
Good question.
Weren't you in the
I'm on a new animated show called Symbionic Titan, but it's on Cartoon Network over there. I don't know if you guys will get it.
We might do. We get kind of... It's weird. There's all these shows that kind of filter through on one of the cable channels or the satellite channels that people just miss, which is a shame. Fantastic Four, were you in... Did I see you in that?
I was the priest, weirdly enough.
Were?
Yes.
I watched that a couple of months ago.
Or the vicar.
The Vicar, there you go, well done.
Right.
You don't have to change all your references. We've seen enough of the A-Team and Knight Rider to know that it's a sideboard.
Well, if you've seen A-Team, you'll understand my act. Yeah.
Okay, listen, let's do the business. It's tomorrow at the Leicester Square Theatre. There's a few seats still available, 7:30. Tickets are £7.50, and you can get them from... hang on, what's this? Kili Live? What had that? KILILIVE.com, and also LeicesterSquareTheatre.com. Go there, and Brian, best of luck. I hope it goes.
Thanks so much.
Well, and will you be coming over again?
I hope so. It all depends on tomorrow night, really.
Well, then go along.
If you guys invite me back, yeah.
Well, listen, if you come over, you're more than welcome here anytime you want to. It's a
thank
pleasure
you so
to meet
much.
you. And here's a song, isn't it? That's how we do that. Oh, that was lovely, wasn't it? What fun. What a nice man. What a nice man. I've got 2 tickets. They very kindly gave me 2 tickets for tomorrow night. I can't go because I'm going to be learning the ukulele with my friend Conan because it's his wedding coming up. And we're going to do a couple of songs on the ukulele. That may have been a surprise that I've just ruined. Anyway, that's what's happening. So I've got 2 tickets to see Brian Posehn tomorrow night. So I'm trying not to belch it. How rude of me. How rude. Belching, I'm talking about, I guess. 2 tickets to see him at the Leicester Square Theatre. And I think what we'll do, after midnight, shall we do it, Eloise?
Yes.
We will play, which we've not done for a while, Meet the Team, and I will go and stand on the street, and
Because you're the only one that hasn't done it. Just trying to get out of it before, weren't you?
The first person to come up to... We need a phrase that pays. That's what they used to say in local radio 15 years ago. What was it? We need a phrase that pays. I'm looking to you to come up with one.
I will. Give me time.
Well, no, now. We haven't got time. We're on the air.
What kind of... Hang on, what have I got to say in it?
Well, it's the phrase... It's like a code, so it's like, you're Iain Lee and I claim my £5, but not that.
Oh, I thought you meant, like, something to call instead of Meet the Team. So I wasn't listening.
What is wrong with you? Have you been smoking that hashish again this weekend?
No. But...
You know the Hubbly pipes, the Hubbly Bubbly pipes?
Never had one.
But you know that you see them outside, like Moroccan restaurants?
Are they the big...
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, uh-huh.
What have they got? Is that hashish in them?
No, I hear that it's tea, like, but flavoured tea.
You don't smoke tea unless you're a student.
Well, it's like flavoured air.
How can you smoke flavoured air?
I don't know.
What is it? 0330 123 1215. What's in the Hubbly Bubbly pipes, man? I once had cherry tobacco. It's delicious. And I'm guessing it's that. If it's not hashish, maybe it's cherry tobacco. So we need a code phrase that pays so that they can come up to me and say,
tell you what hashish is. Not hashish. What's in the bubbly things?
Your name is. This is what they say. Hello, sir. Would you like a blow on my Hubbly Bubbly?
Yeah.
That's what they've got to say. Hello, sir. Would you like a blow on my Hubbly Bubbly? After midnight, I shall go and stand outside One Golden Square. The first person to come up to me and say, hello, sir. Would you like a blow on my Hubbly Bubbly? Will get these 2 tickets for the Brian Posehn tomorrow at the Leicester Square Theatre. Tickets are indeed still available. So... It's Freshers' Week this week, which is, we have decided we've done before and it's very successful. No regular callers, so it's new callers only, or people who've only called in a few times. And this is kind of, because some people listen to the show and they feel it's a bit exclusive and they don't want to, they're scared to call in because they might get bullied by the other callers. Well, this week is for those people who are a little bit reluctant to call in. Now, I've realised 2 things. One, we did the first one sort of in the winter or the spring when there are more people listening to radio.
Why is there more people listening to radio?
In the summer, it's a fact. Listening figures always go down in the summer because people are out and they're doing stuff. It's different. So the listening figures always... because we have less people listening. And also this week, we've got guests nearly every night. We just had Brian tonight.
That's true.
We've got my friend Dougie Anderson, who used to present Rise with me, coming in tomorrow. He's just coming in just to hang out for the show, which I'm really excited about. So that'll be lovely. We've got Sparks on Wednesday. So we've got guests for the first 3 nights of the show. And it's always quite difficult generating calls after guests, I find. And I don't know why. But maybe people feel like for the first half hour of the show we've listened to people talk. I'm not going to bother phoning in. So we've set ourselves, Eloise, a very tough task. This in having a Freshers' Week. We did not think it through. I opened my big mouth, out fell some words, ill-conceived, badly thought-out words, and this is the result: is we could struggle this week. But this is my plea to you: if you're a new listener, or you've been listening for a long, long time, but you've never called in, or you've only called in a few times, this week is for you. That was good. Thank you very much. There goes the sucking of the teeth. 0330 123 1215. And I've got stuff we're going to talk about. For example, what goes in the Hubbly Bubbly pipe. That's one of the things. But you can just phone up and tell us why you've never called in before. Or if you've got something that you think we should be talking about, 0330 123 1215. I had you asked me about my weekend and I forgot that I did something really odd this weekend that I've never done before. I went to... Have you heard of these open garden events?
No.
What it is people who own big houses and big gardens, through the summer they open their gardens and you pay £2.50.
£2.50?
It goes to cancer charity.
Oh, that's good. I'm happy with that.
So take that back.
I am.
There you go. I think it goes to charity anyway. You pay £2.50, it goes to charity, and you go and have a look around their garden. And they sell cakes and tea and stuff. Now, I've never been to one before. I've always wanted to go. Because I like local community things. And my wife has been to a few. And we noticed there was one near us on Sunday. So we went. But instead of it being like... The last one my wife went to, it was next door to George Michael's house. And if you stood on tippy-toe, you could look over the wall into his swimming pool.
I love George Michael.
She saw his swimming pool. But this one, it was just in, like, someone's house in a street. So it was this tiny... It was an amazing garden. It was an amazing garden. Mirrors in gardens.
What?
Yeah, I know. It makes it look bigger.
Oh.
And it was mysterious. But it was wonderful, this garden. Incredible. And it was all done up, and there were colourful flowers, and there were lovely seats that were hidden in the bushes, and it was great. But it was just in someone's garden, and you had to walk through their house to get there, and there were lots of people there. And we were there. I was with my wife, and I get very nervous in public situations. I was with my wife, and I went, "What do we do now? Shouldn't you look at the garden?" I said, "Well, I can see it." But I get it in my head.
You're not allowed to stay in the house.
You're not allowed to stay in the house. And also, I get it in my head, you can't just go somewhere and then leave, even if you're done. You have to stay there a minimum amount of time, so it looks like you've enjoyed yourself.
Why, if you're never going to see them again?
Well, it turns out everyone in there knew who I was. It was like 10 years ago, I was famous again. And I had this lovely lady come up to me who's married to a guy, this is a name for you kids that some of you will remember. Go Google this, John Sparks, who was a comedian in sort of like the 80s and the early 90s, who I was quite a big guy. I used to like, he was in a program called Absolutely, which I used to love. So his wife came up and started talking to me. And then when we're leaving, or before that, this woman who was eating some chocolate cake, she said, "Oh, I know you from somewhere. Do you go to a lot of these garden events?" And I couldn't be bothered doing that. "Oh, I used to be on TV." I did.
Yeah,
I said, "No, you may have seen me around." Then as I was leaving, the man she was talking to went, "All right, Ian, you've not been on TV for a while." I thought, busted. And she went, "Oh, you're on TV. Oh, what shows have you been on?" And I was thinking, you ain't going to know any of the shows. So I said, the 11 o'clock show, Ricky Gervais and Ali G. No, I don't know that. Did a thing called Rise. No, didn't see that. It was on Big Brother's Little Brother. No, not seen. She didn't know anything that I'd been on, and it kind of got a little bit awkward and a little bit embarrassing.
No.
And then she said to my wife, "Oh, I recognise you, but I remember you being fatter." She said that to my wife.
What?
"I remember you being fatter." And Fandango was like, "Yeah, thanks very much." So, this is kind of leading up very loosely to a kind of topic that I'd like to say. When have you found yourself in someone's house or someone's garden and you didn't quite know what to do when you were there? It's a vague one, I know, but we'll get somewhere. 0330 123 1215. Have you found yourself in someone's house or garden or vehicle and you don't quite know what you're doing there, how to get out of it or how to make a conversation around it? 0330 123 1215. And also, have you ever been recognised for whatever reason? 0330 123 1215. And this is for new callers only, by the way, don't forget. And if there's anything else that you want to talk about, give us a call. We'll have some of your calls after this.
This is Absolute Radio, and it's a station. All aboard for the next train. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
A little bit of mood lighting goes a long, long way, baby. Chloe's in West London. Good evening, Chloe.
Hello.
Hello, Chloe. How are you doing?
Good.
What can I do for you?
Yeah.
Yeah? You what?
I'm not going to say how have you been today because I know you don't like that question.
Oh, I don't look because no one's really interested, are they?
No.
If people are really interested, they can phone up and ask me, and I'll tell them. But if you're not interested, I think it's a lazy way to start a conversation, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what you've done today.
Well, I will tell you what I've done today. It's been my wife's birthday today. Fandango is 63 years old today, so we got up very, very early, and then I made a poached egg on toast. I'm a romantic. Then I gave her some presents, and then we went for a walk to the woods, and I gave her another present, and then we had some nice lunch. Then I went home and had a doze. Then I got up, and before this on Mondays I go and do something for a few hours, and then I came here.
Can I just ask, what did you give your wife?
You can ask what I gave. Well, okay, let me see what I gave her. I adopted her a monkey from Monkey World. I bought her some nice smelly... How old are you, Chloe?
10.
10 years old, okay. Do you like smelly stuff, like, you know, sort of bath stuff and things like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do, because you're a girl, and all girls like... You like that, don't you, Eloise?
Yeah.
All girls Like the smelly stuff. It goes without questioning. So I bought some smelly stuff. What else did I get her? I got her an Alicia Keys CD.
I think my mum's got that.
Okay, yeah. Well, Fandango will be pleased to hear that. And I got her... some other... Just little bits and pieces.
Okay.
And then I'm taking her to the theatre in a couple of weeks as well.
Okay.
We're going to see a play. Which is not as good as a film, but, girls like plays, don't they?
Okay.
Okay. And what did you get up to today, Chloe?
Well, nothing really. I just stayed in all day, playing with my brother.
Well, how old's your brother?
16.
Oh, he's 16. Okay. And is he happy to play with you? Because normally 16-year-old boys and their younger sisters, they don't really get on very well.
No, but my brother really nicely plays with me nearly all the time.
Oh, okay. And what did you play? Xbox?
No, he's got a PS2 because his PS3's broken.
Nuts!
Tricky.
So, SSX Tricky's a brilliant game. It's tricky to rock the ramp. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky to rock the ramp. It's tricky. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we go.
My brother laughs at the start where he goes, "This is Roselle," and he goes, "Mm-mm."
Oh, I like. Yes, I haven't played it for a long time. SSX Tricky, but there's one of the best games of all time. And so you're on summer holidays now, are you, Chloe?
Yeah.
So you're allowed to. This is why you're allowed to stay up to 10 to 12.
Yeah.
Okay, and what time are you going to go to bed? Are you going to go to bed, or are you going to just stay up and go all the way through the night?
I'm going to listen to you all the way through the night.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Chloe. Is it Mark Crosley on after us?
And Polly James.
It's Polly James. Of course it is. I saw her earlier on. How rude of me. Well, we're here till 1, Chloe. Then it's Polly James. She's good. She's nice.
Is she?
Yeah, she's all right. She's very... she's good on the radio, but in the office... Oh, she uses... the sort of language she uses, Chloe, it would make you blush. Very, very naughty words come out of her mouth. But on the radio, due to the rules of Ofcom, she keeps the language nice and clean. Well, Chloe, it's lovely to talk to you. What are you going to be doing for the rest of the summer holidays?
Well, I'm probably going to go see some new films.
Oh, yeah.
And my godfather, Jeffrey, who sells perfumes.
You've got a godfather called Jeffrey who sells perfumes?
Yeah, he sells Punchy, the perfume.
Oh, okay. Now, is he one of these people... does he own a shop?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a proper shop. It's not one of these people where he puts it in a black plastic bag and you don't know what you're getting till you get home and then you find out you've bought a load of bricks.
No.
It's the proper stuff.
Yeah.
Well, do you think Jeffrey could send us some stuff for free?
Yeah.
Nice one, Chloe. That's what I'm talking about. You get Jeffrey to send me some stuff, and that will be very, very nice.
Okay.
Chloe, lovely to talk to you.
Yeah.
Don't go to bed at all. I can stay up all night and party, all right?
Okay.
Bye-bye, Chloe.
Bye.
There we go. That was nice.
I liked how she put at the end of everything.
Yeah. It's like I feel like I'm doing Swap Shop or something.
Talk to you, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Chris Miller's in the bedroom.
No, Mala.
No, the bedroom?
No, my name's Mala.
Oh, I do. I'm sorry. It says Chris Miller on my screen.
Oh, sorry.
No, well, listen, we know it's a pain in the butt to change the name. Would you mind being Chris Miller for us?
Yeah, all right.
Thank you very much. Now, Chris, what can I do for you? Oh, I know who you are. You're writing a novel about us, aren't you?
Not about you, just taking inspiration from your show because nothing else really inspires me.
Okay, so you're writing a novel that's taking inspiration from the show.
Yeah.
Why, can I ask, why are you writing this novel?
Well, I'm trying to get into a creative writing course at uni.
Yeah.
So this will probably help because they want to see some sort of portfolio.
Okay, and what's the novel called?
It's called London Town.
London Town, of course. Yes, named after the Paul McCartney album of the same name. What are the names of the main characters in it?
Well, nothing from the radio, but there's two main male characters called Alex and Travis.
All right.
On the email, you said there was an Eloise.
Yeah, but she's a woman.
So is the Eloise who works here, I think. Again, I've not got the results back from the laboratory, but I should get them by the end of next week, and I'll be able to tell you definitely whether she is or not. But so is Eloise based on Eloise here?
No, just the name, really.
Just the name, okay.
I just knew their name, and I thought it was quite a nice name.
And are any of the characters based on me?
Not yet.
Okay, well, how are you stealing it? What inspiration have you taken from us?
Maybe just the callers and how weird they are.
Okay. So
could you... taking little bits from that.
Could you read us a bit?
Yeah, I've got it here.
Okay, and does this relate to a specific incident that has happened here on the radio before?
Well, I've got some notes right with me, which are just
Okay.
Like the other day when you're having that inventing competition.
Oh, yeah, the invent-off, yes. We had Noel Taylor and some bloke called Rab having an invent-off, yes.
I took a bit from the toilet seat thing, saying... Because at one point, I shouldn't really be saying this. No. I don't know why, because it's not going to get published anyway, but still.
Yeah.
At one point, Eloise is going to get a bit mad at Alex, because that's who she's going out with.
Okay.
Or something's going to get a bit rough.
Yeah, okay.
And something about the toilet seat being left up is going to come up in there.
Uh-oh.
Just like, what's his name tried to invent.
Yeah, Rab. But Rab stole that idea. But anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Well, can you read us? Can you read us a little bit?
Which bit do you want?
Any bit you feel would be appropriate. Let me get some intellectual music behind you, because this is a new... I will be, by the way, thank you for reminding me of this, Chris. I will be, in the next few weeks, I'm looking for a poet laureate for the show. So, if we've got any budding poets out there who think that they might be able to be a poet laureate for the show, then keep listening, because that's what I want. Right.
I can write songs.
We don't want a songwriter, for goodness sakes. Chris, we want a poet laureate.
All right.
Okay, away you go. Here's Chris with a reading from his book, London Town.
I was severely blooded up from the combination of beatings at the mercy of my overly-proud beat of a dad with some greasy-haired cows with metal on their fists and engines on wheels. It wasn't turning out to be a good Sunday, and Clive took me down to the nearest hospital. I reluctantly went, and they cleaned up my wounds for me, and then tried to keep me for the night. But I realised I knew I had to see old Charlie, otherwise all hell would break loose inside of me. I would take up my range to the nearest thing possible, which, in a hospital, could have been someone on their last legs, or as bloodied up as me. I told them that I had to be at a funeral service in Highgate today, so they discharged me for the afternoon. I finally got my Vespa back from outside the Flamingo. It's no parking fine, but a note saying Clive sorted it instead. Turned the engine on and rode up to Highgate Cemetery, where old Charlie is resting. And it gets a bit sweary after that, so I'm not going to read any more.
Well done, Chris Miller. Excellent work there, sir. Chris, lovely to talk to you. Thanks for calling. Let us know when it's finished.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, mate. Ta-ta. More of your calls after this. Oh, I'm going to be out giving tickets away after midnight, so do stay tuned.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
I'm playing a Bob Marley song. That surprises me as much as it surprises you. I'll be giving away the Brian Posehn tickets in about 4 minutes' time as we play Meet the Team. More of your calls after this.
Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio.
I forgot to do this, dear listener. If you missed Thursday night's show, this is what you missed.
1, 2, previously on the Iain Lee show.
It sounds like there is someone in the audience going, Iain!
There's a dog right at the very beginning.
Have I got an in or an out?
I did not call you anything.
In reality, man, it doesn't, man.
Next week, my girlfriend is getting back from Babe Station.
Dave!
You should have just warmed it up a little bit and...
Have I got an out? I don't know what an out is.
Actually, I can. Google. Dave.
You always play my money things to do.
Mate, what are you talking about?
Getting my tinkle out on the green in this lovely weather.
Dave!
Oh, good. I was in Saint-Tropez and I was with this chick.
An out at the tail of the end.
So why don't you try bothering to look at the website and actually putting the song on?
He's gutted now. He's absolutely gutted.
You know what I'm going to do? I am going to Cyprus.
Oh, I mate, I'm making this accent no banter. Keep listening and don't forget to download the podcast.
There we go. That works. That works. Barry's right there. If you want to download the podcast, if you missed any of the shows last week, and they were all good uns. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays were the best. Thursday was a bit, but they were all pretty good. You can get them on iTunes, or you can go to absoluteradio.co.uk/podcast. The iPhone app is coming one day. I don't know what's going on. I think you need... This is what I want you to do, kids, and I shouldn't really be saying this, but the iPhone app is there and it's ready. You need to email mr.grace at absoluteradio.co.uk and tell them you know the iPhone app is ready and you want the iPhone app. That's what you need to do, okay? mr.grace at absoluteradio.co.uk.
Yep.
That's the address, is it? Mm-hmm. And say, Mr. Grace, we know the iPhone app is ready. We know you're holding it back. Deliver it to us. It's there. It's ready. I've got it on my phone. It's there. They're just holding it back. For what reason, I know not. But you kids, if there's enough demand, you can make it happen. This is a genuine plea. It is there. It's sat in the boffins. I've got the old version. I've got the new version, actually. It's sat in a boffin's computer somewhere on level 6 if you want it. And this is absolutely genuine. They don't think there's going to be enough demand for it, and so they're reluctant to release it, I think, is what's going on. If you want it, Mr.Grace at absoluteradio.co.uk and tell him how much you want it and why you want it. And fingers crossed, they've got some new app coming out or something which apparently takes precedence over this. I don't know. It's a very strange email today, but you can make a change, dear listener. We've got to meet the team, Eloise. You need to come in here.
I'm coming.
Have you got your phone?
Oh, no.
Where is it?
Why do I need mine?
Because my battery's going to die.
My phone's on my desk.
Don't get it?
No.
Well, my phone's going to die. I've got no battery.
You go and get it.
I'm doing the radio. I tell you, all right, you come in here, you do the radio, I'll go and get your phone, but I don't know what your phone looks like.
Go in and get the phone so it's in my drawer. You won't get to it.
You know, it's one of the worst feelings in the world when you leave the flat mid-afternoon with an iPhone that's on a quarter of the battery. And as you're on the bus, you realise you've left the iPhone charger at home. You know you're having a bad day then. It's a bad day then. This is Iain Lee on Absolute Radio. Polly James is on at 1 o'clock. Always worth a listen. Always worth a listen. You never know if a swear is going to fall out of her mouth. You never know. The odds are it probably will, but it definitely worth listening. It's Freshers Week this week. That means... So I've got really dry mouth. That means that no regular callers, only new callers or people who've called up a few times. And it's kind of... Well, last time we did this, we have a lot of nice people calling in, some of whom have become regulars, some never, ever called again. That's all fine. But if you want to give us a call, you can do. I'll give out the number in a bit. Eloise isn't here. I will be going outside playing Meet the Team. And the first person that comes up to me with the phrase that pays, which is, hello, sir, would you like a blow on my hubbly-bubbly pipe? Hello, sir. Would you like a blow on my hubbly-bubbly pipe? Gets the ticket to see Brian Posehn at the Leicester Square Theatre tomorrow evening. I've got 3 calls lined up. Let's go to Andrea. Good evening, Andrea.
Excuse me, this is Andrea. Is the watershed over?
Well, there isn't a watershed on the radio, really. It works slightly differently to the television.
Because, as you know, my alias is David, and I live in the south-east Essex, in a small farm in the suburbs, and the ground here is lush and moisture, and this time of year the flowers and plants are growing beautifully, and all during the course of the summer and the winter, they will bloom and they will look beautiful and lovely.
Right.
As I prune them and look after them. Some people call me David or David Bellamy, alias Andrea, because I'm a bit of a transvestite.
Right.
But it's very beautiful and lush here, and if Eloise would like to visit my property, she is welcome at any time. How does that sound, Iain?
That sounds terrifying.
Would she like to visit my a few acres of my small property in the southeast?
Eloise, would you like to visit Andrea, who's doing a David Bellamy voice? You probably don't know who David Bellamy is.
I do.
Would like to know if you'd like to visit her property.
Is she nice? Does she sound normal?
She sounds horrible. Sounds really wheezy and unpleasant and probably a drunk.
Why does she want me to visit her property?
Why do you want her to visit your property, Andrea?
Well, just to look at the dust moist with my plants and my vegetation.
Okay, you're not going to try and get her to
of the building.
You're not going to try and get her to look at your cucumber, are you?
Well, it has been called a mallow in the past. Stuffed.
Okay, well, thanks very much for calling me. That's plenty of that. Right, do you want to sit down? I'll get you, let me cue up the next song for you, because...
Thanks.
You're welcome.
What song is the next song?
It's the Kaiser Chiefs. Everything is average. Oh, let's get a long one, shall we? Let's put a long one on. Oh, they're really short songs this hour.
Let's nick one. Oh, they're Blaze of Glory.
Bon Jovi, Blaze of Glory. That's beautiful. There we go. 5 minutes, 40 seconds of rock. Okay, do you want a nice little bed underneath this? There we go. Go your own way.
Well, honestly, I do.
Well, do you want to put your headphones on?
Well, I'm just dialing me.
What's your number?
Get off! Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, come on, quickly. I hate this bit. Look, I can put my fob in the glass. We're on the radio now, you know that, don't you?
Yeah,
So
I know.
you should actually be talking while you're doing it.
I haven't got signal down here.
But then it's not going to ring, is it?
Well, just wait,
do
it might be.
Do some radio. Talk to my local. Is that a picture? Oh.
Is it ringing?
Hello?
No. I can't hear because this bed is so loud. I don't know if it is loud in real life, though. Hello, Ian? Hello? Hello? Ian? Like, my phone has answered, but I don't know what's happened. Hang on, let me just hang up. Sorry, this isn't very entertaining for you, because I'm just concentrating on how I dial out. Right there. Ian? Ian? Oh God, I think I've broke my phone. So I've got a new phone because at the weekend I decided it would be a good idea to put my phone in my handbag while I was being too lazy to hold my phone and have a dance with it. And that turned out that was a silly idea because there's obviously no lid on a drinks cup and it went everywhere. So I've ruined my camera, my phone, also broke my necklace, I broke my bag. And now my phone doesn't appear to be working to Ian, so we can't even greet the team because it can't hear me. Adam, are you on this one?
Yeah.
Ian? Ian? Let's try again. It's not even ringing. Answer. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
This phone is utter guff. It's just been playing me an advert for the last 20 minutes. But your phone plays adverts to you.
Why does it do that? It's never done that to me before.
It just went all crazy and was playing like an advert. There's an advert on the screen and I couldn't get out of it. This phone is rubbish.
Have you been going on the internet on my phone? Charging me a fortune?
I tried to answer the previous call and guess what? Turns out, to answer a call on this, you don't press the green phone button.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes,
you press a different button.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Yes, you do.
What do you push?
You push the one above it. That's linked that's underneath the word accept on the screen.
That is the green button.
No, it's not. The green button is below that.
Will you just get outside? What have you got?
I don't want to.
What have people got to say to you again? Can I have a look at your hubbly bubbly? Or
would you like a blow on my hubbly bubbly pipe?
Okay.
Right, I'm stood outside. Oh God, I hate it because there's people and there's no one here actually. Hey, all of the bikes have got. You know that there's this new scheme in London where you can hire bikes.
What? Yeah, what is that? I've not had a proper look.
Well, it's outside. There's like a bike hire place outside. All the bikes have gone missing. Now, either there are people riding around on them late at night, or they've all been nicked.
Yeah, are they allowed? I think they get charged per the hour or something, though, so...
Well, you've got to pay for it. It's not free.
Yeah, I know that, but they can't have been nicked then, surely?
Well, maybe they have been nicked. I don't know. Look, I'm going to try and nick one.
You can't get it unless you put your thingy in, your card in.
I was about to put my thingy in it. They're rubbish bikes. Look at that.
Say that.
They're rubbish. Hang on, let me just have a little...
I bet you're going to get a black cab pull up and ask to have a touch of your hubbly bubbly, whatever the saying is.
Let's just hang on a second. There are some people. Hubbly bubbly pipe? Hubbly bubbly? No, they don't know the phrase that pays. They miss out on the tickets.
Looking at you, gone out. Have you got the tickets on you?
I've got the tickets on me, Eloise. I'm keen to get rid of them and get this out of here. Hubbly bubbly pipe, anyone? Hubbly bubbly.
Don't start
hubbly
touting
bubbly.
that.
Hubbly bubbly. No one's coming yet. I'm outside One Golden Square with a pair of tickets. Or you've got maybe people are just don't want to say the phrase "blow on my hubbly bubbly."
Maybe. I can't imagine many people that would.
Can I just say, when you were on, I heard you filling there as your rubbish phone screwed up my show, and you sounded excellent, confident, funny. You knew exactly what you were doing. It was brilliant.
I'm going to see what the people have said about me. Let's see.
Well, hey, here comes a car. This could be. Hang on a second. Here comes a car. Is it gonna? He's driven. He's not stopped. Hubbly bubbly. Hubbly bubbly! Hubbly bubbly!
Are you standing in a prominent place?
I'm standing underneath the street lamp right outside the building.
Maybe you need
I'm
to
now
like
standing in the middle of the road going hubbly bubbly! Hubbly bubbly!
Can anyone see you doing that?
Well, if people were here, they could see me, Eloise. I'm not hiding.
Maybe I'm
not in disguise. We were in a cafe the other day and we saw the murderer from EastEnders, and when he got up to leave, he put on a disguise.
What?
Yeah, like a hat, scarf, and what do you call it? Sunglasses.
So you look like that phone jacker guy.
He looked like Phone Jacker, yeah. People going, hey, it's Phone Jacker. And he's going, no, I'm the murderer from EastEnders.
Outed himself.
Outed himself. I don't know what to do. I'm here. These tickets are for £17.50 each.
I thought you said $7.50.
No, if I did say that was incorrect data. It's £17.50.
Wow, that's quite a lot, isn't it?
You could sell it on eBay for 15 quid.
Roll up. How do you say his surname? Behosen?
Posehn. Yeah, Brian Posehn. He's very funny. He was a nice bloke, wasn't he?
He was lovely.
Who was that American you got in once? It was awful.
You told me to get him in?
Pablo Francisco.
That's it.
Oh, hang on, here comes the black cab, and he's hubbly bubbly. No. Hey, listen, Scott Mills has been having a dig at me.
Yeah, I want to know what he's been saying. I've been asking on Facebook, and no one will tell me.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's time I buried the hatchet with Scott Mills and issued a public apology to him.
Maybe
it should be, listen, there's a lot of nastiness in the world. We don't need, aggro between... Hey, listen, we'll just play records and try and make people laugh, that's all.
Have you spoke to him before?
I beat you on Mastermind.
Oh.
And maybe that's where it comes from. But maybe should I issue an apology to Scott Mills?
No. If anything, he should do one to you. This has just proved that he listens in and snicks.
Listen, I don't want to be involved in a radio war, Louise. I'm 37. I've got a wife. I've got a kid. I can't do this anymore. I want to be nice and friendly. So, Scott Mills, if you are listening to this, I apologise for being rude about you on the radio, and I will never be rude about you on the radio again. Hey, that's not good!
I'm glad for you.
Apologise to someone on the radio, Eloise.
I haven't really got anyone to apologise to.
You can apologise to me.
What for?
Being crap at your job.
I'm not crap at my job.
Hey, here come some people I'm going to see. Here comes a car. The car is going past. Here comes some people, hang on. Entschuldigung, die Hubbly Bubbly? Mein Deutsch ist nicht gut. Wo ist der Nähe von Neuer Rathaus?
Say, ich heiße Iain.
Ja. Gehen Sie hier geradeaus, über die Kreuzung, und der Bahnhof ist über der linken Seite, ne?
What is he saying?
Dankeschön, Wiedersehen. Hang on a second! Come on, what's the phrase that pays? Hubbly bubbly or something? No, you've got to say. What? I'm standing right here. Turn this off. Lancashire, isn't it? Yeah, what? The sound of hubbly bubbly or something. No, you've got to say, would you like to blow on my hubbly bubbly?
Hang on, who is this?
Eloise, would you like to blow on my hubbly bubbly?
Who is this?
That's to me. What's your name, fella? I don't want to, mate. He doesn't... All right, thank you, Steve. He doesn't want the ticket.
Oh, what? Why has he come up and asked me to blow on his hubbly bubbly?
He's passing by. I've given him, and he's given them back to me. I've just spoken to some Germans.
They don't want them?
Well, I didn't ask them, to be honest. I was reluctant to hand it over to them. Well, I've got these... I could be here... here come some ladies. Hello, ladies. Would you like some tickets to see a comedy show tomorrow? Comedy show, yeah.
They are legitimate.
No? Why? You don't like comedy? You don't like laughing?
You don't like laughing.
It's brilliant.
No, we don't like. We like to dance.
Oh, Dusty, where are you from?
Italia.
Italia. That's why they don't like laughing. Okay, thank you very much. Have a lovely evening dancing. You're welcome. Bye-bye. This is not going very well at all,
I've just been told I've got to apologise for the last 10 minutes of radio. I think that is rude. I think this David Turner needs to phone up and apologise for me for being so rude. You just try and come up here, David Turner.
You should apologise. Listen, I'd apologise to Scott Mills, and do you know what? It feels wonderful. I'm going to send him an email as well. I'm going to do it. This feels great. This is where my life has been going wrong all the time. I've been rude and nasty to people, and I should be apologising to people.
I've tried in the past and it doesn't work for me. Like, there was this guy his name was Simon. I won't tell you any more details, but he really liked me, and I mucked him about. So I sent him an email saying, I'm really sorry about that. I was young, didn't know what I was doing. Really sorry. I hope that you can forgive me.
Made love to me again.
Never heard from him again. He's still friends with one on Facebook, though.
He's your friend on Facebook?
Yeah, like he added me, but he didn't accept my apology.
Even more.
He didn't accept my apology.
That's the wind you up even more.
Anyhow, shall I go to a song? Because it's not...
Well, I've got to stay out here until these tickets have gone, have I?
You've been out there for 15 minutes. What do you reckon?
Oh, listen, I
can't believe
I am never one to admit defeat, Eloise. I'm staying here until these tickets are gone.
I can't believe, though, that not even any of the cabbies have turned up. It's because you're out there and I'm not.
Well, if I was showing... I am showing a little bit of leg, and if you look carefully, you can see my tuppence.
Maybe that's what you need to do, flash. You're supposed to flash them, aren't you?
Let me... I'm actually going to... I'm lifting up my top, and I am showing a little bit of... I'm showing all of my right nipple. I'm showing all of my right nipple.
The nip.
Here comes a cab. Here comes a cab. He won't be able to... Here come two cabs. One of these cabs will not be able to resist this. Little bit. No, he's doing past. Oh, he nearly could crash there. Oh, he nearly crashed.
Is that because he's looking at your nipple?
Do you want... Hubbly bubbly? Do you want some tickets?
Yes, thank God.
What, for tomorrow? Tomorrow night? Yeah. You give me... Steve. Hello, brother. What's your name? Steve. The last cab driver was called Steve. Are you called Steve?
Oh, Steve, yeah.
Did you like my nipples?
Yeah, that's why I stopped.
Good lad. But you can have those.
Oh, lovely. Thanks very much.
You got to say hubbly bubbly.
Hubbly bubbly.
Steve, lovely to meet you. Take care, fella. He's got a gold cab as well, not a black cab. It's a gold cab.
Snazzy.
Eloise, play a record. I'm coming back.
Okay.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
On a Saturday night.
That was fun, wasn't it? Yes, I was out there showing my breasts to cab drivers in an attempt to get them to stop, and one of them did, and Stephen won those tickets. Brian Posehn tomorrow, the Leicester Square Theatre. I wish I could go. I genuinely do. I will be learning songs on a ukulele with my friend. Adam is in Cambridge. Good evening, Adam.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Adam. How are you doing?
I'm a bit nervous.
Okay.
I have got my catchphrase.
Let's hear it.
Is that a rack in your pants, or are you just pleased to see me?
Okay. Is your mouth anywhere near the phone, Adam?
Yes.
That's good. Okay, that's good. And what can I do for you this evening, Adam?
It's to do with one of your topics.
Okay.
Found myself in someone's house in a weird situation.
This is one of the questions. Have you ever found yourself in someone's house, garden, property, car, and not quite known why you're there or how to get out of there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 8 years ago, Ian.
Okay.
At Michael Jackson's house. It was like a little party.
Oh, okay, I think. Johnny is in Potter's Bar. Good evening, Johnny.
Hello, Ian. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, fella. I'm all right.
It's all good in the hood.
It's all good in the hood. Yes, it is. I've had an excellent day today. Busy day. Busy week this week. Wednesday, I'm presenting an award to the Cat Protection Awards for cats.
For cats?
For cats, yeah. I got to be a judge. I've chosen who's won an award, and I got to present the award.
Is it a ninja cat?
It's not a ninja cat, no.
It's not a ninja cat. They haven't got nunchucks or anything like that.
I don't think there's going to be any nunchucks there. I might take my set just in case it kicks off.
Yeah, you've got to be careful. Those things are dangerous.
Did you ever own a pair of nunchucks?
No. Actually, no. I had a pair of banana chucks I made.
Banana chucks?
Yeah.
Well, they from bananas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bananas with a bit of rope and you hit people with bananas.
I had some proper chucks. I had quite a few pairs of chucks, and I had some big long ones and some mini chucks and chucks with swivel action on it, because I used to love Bruce Lee, right? And so I'd be in my bedroom at night in front of the mirror at the age of about 14, practising doing what he does in Enter the Dragon and Where the Dragon. You know, it's all that... doing all that. The number of times I've cracked myself around the back of the head with a solid wooden nunchuck. Jeez.
Or in the Ghoulies.
I never got myself in the ghoulies. It was always in the head, and it really hurt. Yeah.
Surprised.
Well, yeah, and I was allowed to keep them and play with them like an idiot.
Well, it's probably because your parents didn't want you to have too many brain cells when you grew up. So
It could be that.
Let him knock himself out.
My mum let me buy some ninja throwing stars as well when I was like 14. That's mad, isn't it? Nowadays you can't do nothing, right? But I was allowed to buy ninja throwing stars.
Was your dad perhaps a mafia boss and they were training you up to be a hitman later in life, but they realised you were rubbish? So if you want to do radio, it's a bit easier.
I don't think Sergio was in the mafia, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyway, Johnny, what can I do for you?
Oh, I was ringing up because I've actually realised I've got, both your questions.
Oh,
the
yeah.
one about being recognised and the one about the awkward situation.
Yeah, go on.
The being recognised one, I don't have the advantage of being famous, like your lovely self.
Well, I don't have that advantage anymore, but never mind.
Not anymore. You're fading, but it's okay.
It's okay. I like the fade, actually. Fade to grey. I like it.
Nice. It's good. I look exactly like Richard Hammond.
Oh, the hamster?
Yeah, but like the spitting image of.
Wow.
And
You've got you've got to send us a picture and put it on the Facebook page.
I'll find a picture and I'll put it on your Facebook page. But so I'm about the same height as well.
Yeah.
I'm a little short person. I was on the tube, going into work, looking slightly worse for wears.
Of course.
And I had, speaking of Bruce Lee, I had this lovely little, lovely Asian couple sitting next to me on the tube.
Yeah.
And the bloke leans over to me and goes, "Oh, you're Richard Hammond." And I've gone, he goes, no, I just... And he pulls out a Polaroid camera. He takes a picture of me on the tube with his girlfriend sitting next to me giving her peace sign.
Oh, yeah, well, they're Japanese then if they're doing that, yeah.
I'm looking a little bit awkward, sort of going, and then I've not realised it's a Polaroid camera.
Yeah.
He's pulled the picture out, shaken it out. He goes, "You're saying you're saying."
No!
So I've just written Richard Hammond in my handwriting on the back of this photograph.
Yeah.
And so there's some poor bloke out there who's got a picture of me, thinking it's Richard Hammond with his girlfriend. He's going to try and sell it on eBay.
Oh, mate.
And it's all going to go horribly wrong.
Mate, that's terrible. Well, you should have enjoyed... you should have embraced that situation.
Well, it's okay, except I now get approached in Greg's and asked if I can open a Greg's store.
Oh, open a Greg's. They'll give you free pasties for the rest of your life.
I could get some baguettes and things, couldn't I?
Oh, do it. If you ever do anything on BBC Radio, when you come out, there's all these weird, autograph hunters out there, and they're not fans. They're people that trade autographs or sell them on eBay and stuff like that. And I came out once, and someone went, "Oh, it's the bloke from Blur." What? And they went, "Oh, yeah," and there's like a hubbub. As soon as someone thinks they recognise someone, a hubbub starts. "Oh, it's a bloke from Blur."
No, it's blaming not this one, it's blaming the drummer that no one knows.
Well, exactly. But so they came up to me, and they went, someone went, "Are you a bloke from Blur?" And I went, "Yeah, my name's Damon." I went, "Oh, all right, can we have your autograph, please?" It's like, yeah. So I signed like half a dozen autographs as Damon Albarn, and it felt wonderful.
How bad is it pretending you're someone even more famous than you
Johnny,
actually are?
it's not bad pretending at all. I love it. Listen, thank you very much for that, Kaiser Chiefs. Call straight to air after this. Thank you.
Iain Lee's 2-hour-long late-night radio show starting at 11.
Well, the show is coming to an end already. 15 minutes to go before Polly James. I opened my fader with such determination because I had something I was going to say, and I'm blown if I can remember it now. Sparks are on the show on Wednesday. And Dougie Anderson, who I used to present Rise with and has presented many other things and makes wonderful, funny little short films, is going to sit in the show for a bit tomorrow until he gets bored. I'm really looking forward to it because he's a nice bloke and he's a funny bloke and he's got a Scottish accent. So that ticks a box for us straight away. We've ticked a regional box there, so that will be delightful. Who's been the longest? Harrison is in Hertfordshire. Good evening, Harrison.
Hey, Ian.
I'm a big fan of the name Harrison. I think it's a very strong first name.
Thank you very much. You said that last time.
Did I? Well, maybe I'm flirting with you.
Oh, well, I hope you are.
Oh, well, okay. What can I do for you, sir?
I've got a poem for you.
Okay, we will be looking for a poet laureate for the show, so let's see how this goes.
Okay, well, you have to bear with me. It's one of my first poems.
So it could be a little bit rubbish.
Yeah, pretty much.
Most poems are rubbish, really, aren't they?
I agree, yeah.
It's a strange art form. Strange that it garners so much attention even today. But, okay, go on, let's hear it.
Okay, it's called Moments Are These.
Moments are these. And you've done what all poets do. You've kind of put words in a funny order already.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. Okay, go on.
All right. Waving moments through the air, what I would give to touch your hair. Heart beating beneath the waves, in a naked pool so scarce and bare. You fill the room with such a gleam, like little salmon up a stream. My love forever is overjoyed by the kisses of your breath, all sombre but never void. I hold thy hand, invisible if thou be, but I always know you are watching me. My sorrow brow may watch the ground, but always your hand on my chin and your song in my heart. Never again shall we be apart.
Right, before I make any jokes about that, Harrison, is that about a dead lady?
No.
Okay, so why did you write a poem about your mum?
Well, I love my mum so much.
Yeah. Salmon, was it salmon swimming up the stream?
Yeah, that bit, I should really take out.
Fair play. Fair play. Okay.
Thank you very much.
It's not bad, Harrison. The thing is, right, I studied English at school. I don't know if a poem is a good poem or a bad poem. I only know that some poems are good because my English teacher, Mrs. Routledge, told me that some poems are good and some poems are bad. For example, why is Philip Larkin's "They F you up, your mum and dad, they don't mean to, but they do"? Why is that a good poem? And, you know, something by you not? I don't understand.
It's all about choice, isn't it?
It is about choice. And the war poets, the Vidal Sassoon, no, not Vidal Sassoon, he's the hairman, the Sassoon guy and Wilfred Owen and all these people. I couldn't dig those. Harrison, you've given us food for thought. Tomorrow, we might do a poetry special tomorrow. What we will talk about tomorrow, I've decided, is, we've mentioned me having nunchuckers and throwing stars and stuff like that. Dangerous things that you were allowed to own as a child. Because nowadays, you can't even own, like, a catapult or a book, in case you eat it and it poisons you. But if you're allowed to own dangerous weapons when you were a child, tomorrow's show will be a Dangerous Weapons as a Child special. Zach is in Caterham.
Hello.
Hello, Zach.
Hello. I was just going... Oh, yeah, I wanted to... It's my first time calling.
Well done. Congratulations. Nice to have you here.
You're my first, Ian.
Well, Zach, I take that as a great compliment.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to ring up talking about what you were saying about ending up in someone's house or garden and not knowing why.
Yeah.
Right, so basically, I went out with a bunch of friends, sometime.
Yeah.
And one of my friends who I didn't know that much about, she said, "Oh, okay, can we go to my house so we can just go for a wee break?"
A wee break?
Yes.
A wee break?
House. Yeah, so we all went there, but I decided to stay outside because they're all girls.
Yeah.
And I thought it would just be a bit stupid, so I stayed outside. It took at least half an hour going to the toilet.
Oh, there's girls that... How old are you, Zach?
15.
Okay, you're going to learn this as you get older. That half an hour, that's not bad going. Girls, and they always go in pairs. Girls go in pairs to the toilet, and they're there for ages.
Exactly.
Absolutely ages.
I know.
I don't think they're weeing or pooing for the whole time they're there. I think they're talking and doing makeup and their hair and stuff. But
it only takes them about a minute, but...
Jeez, man, they go... Okay, yeah.
Okay, so they're in here for this half an hour, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting outside her house.
Yeah.
On some steps.
Yeah.
And then this dog came out of nowhere.
What?
A dog. I don't know. A dog came. It just came wisping out of the mist.
It came wisping out of the mist.
Yes,
that doesn't
that's
even
my
mean
terminology.
anything. Wisping out of the mist. Wow.
I know. And it kind of came out of the mist, and then it started trying to have it off with my leg.
Wow, this started as a scary story. It's turned into quite an erotic story. Wow, okay.
Yeah, I know. I can kind of... I have this amazing talent that I don't stop talking, and I keep fitting loads of genres into one story.
You said genres there. What the hell is a genre?
Genres.
Genres?
Genres.
Genres. Well, Zach, we're going to genres. We'll leave him as he pronounces... He said genres, didn't he? Did he say genres? Strange show this evening. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. Going to be all strange shows this week because we very rarely do we have guests. Pretty much every night, but that's what we're doing this week. And it's all new callers, and that's fun. And it might not be to everyone's taste, but I kind of like it. If you want to join in, you can go to facebook.com/Iain Lee Show. I'm stammering a little bit this evening. I've got a very dry mouth. I do apologise for that. That'll pass. Ross is in the Harpenden. Good evening, Ross.
Good evening, Ian. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you.
Good. Well, we heard you were talking about catapults tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mentioned them just literally 30 seconds ago.
Oh, right, okay. Well, my friend's a massive fan of Absolute Radio, so, we thought we'd give you a ring, see what was going on, and give you a couple of stories about catapults.
Well, we were going to do dangerous weapons tomorrow, but let's do it. What are your catapult stories, Ross?
Well, see, as young lads, you know, we sort of we ordered a massive catapult off the internet.
Yeah.
Decided, you know, we'd give it a go, see what it was saying, and it was basically.
What was it saying? What was this catapult saying, Ross?
Well, basically, what it was saying is that we can get apples about 100 metres into the air and then fire them at people's houses. So we decided that
apples,
water balloons, anything.
Okay,
you know.
apples. That's in my day. It was like little stones and stuff. You're going for actual apples, which in some ways
This was serious, heavy weaponry.
It's annoying. You get hit by an apple, but then you go, "Oh, I've got an apple! Brilliant!" So it's like bad news, they're good news, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, I suppose it is kind of scrumptious. But what we did with them, like two people.
This is the poshest ruffian I've ever spoken to in my life. Did he
Sumptuous.
Was it sumptuous or scrumptious? You said there.
Yeah, scrumptious.
Well, it's very posh. This hoodie. Yes.
Not posh. I mean, we've only been smoking pipes tonight. Nothing.
Okay, there we go. Humbly, what pipes? We've been smoking pipes. Father's
In our
supplies.
smoking jackets.
Father's supplies and the most marvellous hashish, and we've been sparking it up, and absolutely delightful.
Ian, I feel you're taking the piss out of me. I mean,
only with the nicest intention, Ross.
Of course.
Of course. Marvellous. I will get my butler to go and batter your ears. Come on, we ran out of time. Polly's on in a minute.
Okay, sorry. So basically, we got in a lot of trouble because we were throwing water balloons and stuff into this girl's garden. Okay, so we were like hammering, because this catapult, two people have to hold it and one person pulls it back.
So it takes 3 people to do it?
3 people. You know, we were like an army.
This is not only fire apples.
You can't get a 3-person catapult, for goodness sakes.
I've got to disagree. We had a
you're right. I forgot you are Lord Snooty and his pals from the from Whizzer and Chips or whatever it is. So yes, of course, that would be it.
Later and Peter.
Yes. Happened actually. You know.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, and so you fired. You removed one's top hat, placed the apples that we'd gone scrumping to collect into the 3-person catapult. My butler Jeeves pulled it back, and wang, wing, wang, it was off into the young lady's garden next door. Meanwhile, Father was selling the castle because we were running low on funds. Ross, get to the point of the story!
Oh, you've lost me now, Ian.
There we go. Okay, lovely. I've literally lost you now. He was lovely, wasn't he? All in good spirits, of course, but the poshest person we've ever had.
I did enjoy him.
Okay, tomorrow we're looking for the poshest listener. We're looking for the poshest and the commonest listener.
Yeah.
That's
Vicky.
I don't know if we can go any commoner than her.
Yeah, we need a new her, don't we?
We need a new her. So tomorrow, the poshest listener and the most common listener, and we're asking. Excuse me, I'm terrible all over the place this evening.
Windy.
Very windy, Pops. We're also asking dangerous toys and weapons. Dangerous weapons you're allowed to have. I used to have nunchuckers. Do you know what nunchuckers are?
Yeah, them things, aren't they?
I don't know if I've still got them. I think I chucked them out.
I got given some by a gangster.
Really?
Yeah, Dave Courtney.
Oh,
yeah.
You say gangster, and then there's Dave. I also bought a butterfly knife.
What's that?
It's like a really dangerous Japanese knife where it's like 2 bits of metal.
And the hole in the middle.
So it's 2 bits of metal, and you flick it open, and the 2 bits of metal, they become the handle, and then you've got a sharp knife. And I bought this because I was like into my Japanese weapons and my Chinese karate weapons and all of this stuff. And my mate, Graham Scott, I think his name was Graham, who was Roger Scott's son, who was a famous DJ who died. Roger Scott once told me to bugger off. Here's a story. I've got... remind me tomorrow to tell you about... talk about being in people's houses when you're not meant to be. Being in Roger Scott's house when I wasn't meant to be. That's the story that we'll open the show with tomorrow. That's what we'll do. We're running out of time now, so I should ought to shut up and get on with it. So tomorrow, we're looking for the poshest caller. We're looking for the most common caller. Dangerous weapons that you used to own as a child. And the time I was in Roger Scott's house when I had no reason to be there whatsoever. That is the show. Dougie Anderson will be in the studio as well. He's a lovely man. You can call up and talk to him. Eloise, good work tonight.
Thanks. Bye.
You're welcome. Polly James is up next. Ta-ta.